If you have been researching rabbit colonies for any length of time, you'll find people who talk about all the great things about rabbit colonies. In fact, I have several videos about how awesome it is, how the rabbits are so happy, and everything's just great, and it's amazing. But sometimes you don't hear about the not so great things about a colony. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you what my rabbit colony is really like. All the good stuff, then there is some bad stuff that most people don't think to tell you. This is our rabbit colony door. We had to make sure that not only under here was covered with chicken wire, but then also up here, and then there's this little gap where if you open it, it blocks the gap when it's closed. So we had to make sure and put chicken wire on top of that. It was kind of hard to figure that out. And so we have to make sure it's prevented from being pushed on the bottom with a little latch. And then you also have this here because if it wasn't here, maybe the parents would be able to push out the top. So you have to make sure your door is extra secure, especially where the hinge is. As you step into the colony, you get mobbed by rabbits, especially if there are a lot of the babies in the colony, and if your rabbits are super hungry or expecting treats, you will have a lot of rabbits all over your feet, and it's really hard to walk. Now, of course, when I'm filming, no one seems to care that I'm in here, but usually they all come running, especially in the morning. All the rabbits will come, and I can barely take a step without having to scoot your rabbit out of the way with my legs. It's very annoying. You're on my boot. When I'm trying to walk, you shouldn't do that. That's not very smart. Another thing that people don't really mention, that I've found at least, is all the bedding. If you are wearing, I'm wearing boots that kind of go up to like my mid-calf, but if you're wearing shoes that don't go up very high, or you're wearing sandals, or you're barefoot or in socks, the bedding can get in your shoes or get stuck to your socks, or like the dried poop will stick to your feet. I mean, it's not gross or anything, but it kind of is kind of weird just having bedding all over you and like in your shoes and stuck to your socks. So make sure you have good boots. So in our colony, we have what I like to call our table, where we have our food and our water and our hay up off of the ground so the bedding doesn't get all in the water, and that's very hard to do. So we have steps up here and a ramp over here, but the rabbits do poop when they eat, and so we have a lot of poop that I have to sweep off every day. So you have to balance between the pooping on your surface that is not bedding, or if you have on the bedding, then stuff gets in your food and water all the time, and it is very annoying. Another thing is when I'm trying to sweep, the rabbits think I have treats for them most of the time. See, today they're not going to do it. You're not going to do it because I'm filming? Well, usually they think I have treats for them when I'm sweeping, so I'll have to like push a rabbit out of the way, and then another one will come up and I'll push that out of the way. It's very annoying. They try to eat the brush and stuff, so it is quite difficult. It's especially hard to sweep whenever the rabbits are eating, because like I need to get there, but they're eating and I don't want to push them out of the way, but then I need to sweep there, so it's like having to do a little dance. And then when all the babies are everywhere and they're like, oh yay, look at us, I'm like, no, get out of the way. Yeah, move. Thank you, finally. Then the stairs get dirty, you have to sweep those off. Alright, there we go, that's better. Now with this hay, rabbits eat from all sides except for the back one, and they also jump in it, so there are little poops in the hay. I don't really fill my hay up full all the way, because by the time I do, the poops are so nasty that it like you can't eat it anymore. So I fill it part of the way, so then by the time the poops build up, then the hay is down, so I can just empty the nasty hay onto the floor as bedding. But it is difficult to have a big enough hay feeder that you can fit a large amount of hay in to feed a lot of rabbits, but then have it so they can't jump in the top as well. So we have one doe who is due to give birth any day, and she's been building a nest back here. I see two big babies snuggling in here, and I wonder if they're snuggling on top of little babies, if she'd given birth yet. So let's see if I can check. Nope, no little babies under them. It's just them in there. That's another thing, is that the big babies love to snuggle with the little babies, and that can cause problems as well in a colony. Even though I have their water bowl up off of the bedding, they still manage to get a whole lot of nasty stuff in it, including poop. So twice a day I have to refill their water. They do drink a lot of water, so no matter how hard I try to keep their water clean, they always get it dirty. That's very, very frustrating. Another interesting thing about having a colony is that you can't have nest boxes the same style as you do in a cage. In a cage, you have like a nest box with like a top, and then it like slopes. There's like a little lip at the end. In a colony, you need more nest boxes that mamas can bury up the entrances of, so that the big babies don't get in and bug the little babies. So you can't bring a light nest box out to somewhere else where you like to check them. You have to have this really big nest box that's really bulky and heavy, and you have to check it inside the colony because bringing it out is such a huge hassle. So it's much easier to check in the colony, but then you have rabbits all around you getting in your lap, eating your clothes. So that is a very different thing that I didn't expect at first. All right, let's see some babies. Their eyes just opened yesterday. Oh, there we go. Here they are. Hi, babies. So I need to sit down right here. Hello. How are you? I do love all the pettings that get to happen, though. Just so nice. Oh, it's so nice. So pretty. All right, back to business. Checking the babies. Get my little pocket ready. Be nice and warm for them. And, all right, let's check. This always is a fun part of raising rabbits. You just have a skirt full of babies. They're so pretty, too. I'm very pleased with the colors of this litter. All right, you did so good. Bye now. Sleep well. And then help bury the entrance so that big babies can't really get in as easily. There we go. That's much better. Well, those evening chores were nice and easy and quick. Sometimes they do take a little longer if the hay needs to be refilled or something, but the food is already good. The hay just needed a little bit of adjusting. New water super fast. Checked the new babies to see if they're ready and they weren't born yet. Checked these babies. Everything has been good. So that was pretty easy for chores. I hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek into real colony life. Sometimes people make it out as all sunshine and rainbows, and it is pretty awesome, and that's why I still have a colony set up. If I really didn't like it, I'd switch back to cages, but there is some things that are not necessarily like deal breakers, but they are kind of bad things or annoying things that you don't really think of whenever you think of a colony. So just wanted to make sure everyone was aware that there are some weird things just so you can expect them whenever you have a colony, so you can make a more informed decision. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. One of my favorite things about a colony is watching the babies. They are just so cute.